I'm Jonathan, and in this video, I'm going to explain to you how my latest project went. So in this project, I wanted to create a Google Chrome browser extension. And I thought to myself, how about we start with a code completion? So basically just a text suggestion feature based on what we had already input. So what I start with is basically just a feature that would complete my code, my text when I was doing searches on Google, which was pretty interesting, but I thought I wouldn't use that often. So then I thought to myself, what's a real problem that I have, and how can I create this problem? How can I create this um, project to have something that would solve a real life problem, something that I do on a daily basis? That's how I came with Chat Genius. So something I do on a daily basis and that lots of people do is communicate through LinkedIn, communicate professionally through recruiters or companies or projects I'm interested, or um, talking to fellow friends or people I went to school with. So I thought, what if I created a system that would enhance my um, my conversations? So what I basically created is a Chrome extension that helps you write better first messages and helps you speak in conversations better. So the way I created this system was by creating a Google Chrome extension that detects once the user is on LinkedIn, and then once the user on LinkedIn and goes to the message page, that is detected by the system. And then once the user is on that, the system starts gathering information about the user. So what is the user's name? What's his headline? What is his current company? What is his current loan? What is the information of the recipient? So what is the information of the person that's going to receive the message that we are writing? So what's his name? What's his headline? What's his background? And then he's going to take into consideration whether it's a new conversation and whether it's an old conversation. If it's a new conversation, it's going to create a message that's asking for advice and asking to connect. And if it's an old conversation, then he's going to take into consideration the last four interactions, so not just the last four messages, but the last four interactions between the users and play upon that conversation. And then based on that, the user will trigger a suggestion. Our suggestion system will come back with uh, a suggestion, then the user can either accept it or reject it. Here you have part of the prompt. So the way the prompt works is that it takes all this information that we consider, that we've gathered by the system, and tells our large language model to really match the professional tone so that if we're speaking to a recruiter, it matches the tone of a recruiter, but if we're speaking to a friend, it matches the tone of a friend. Consider the information, um, avoid generic phrases, and then really consider whether it's a new or an old conversation. And then you see here, if it's an old or new conversation, it takes into consideration the message history and the conversation context. And now to show you how my feature works, if we start by going to LinkedIn, right now we find ourselves on a LinkedIn page. What if we went to our message and we said we wanted to go and, for example, let's see, here's some questions I've had. So you see, this is a question I got by a recruiter. And let's say if I just start by writing, hey, comes up with an answer, right? So first let's check what was the question of the person. The person was, hi, Jonathan, I appreciate your interest. The opportunities I'd like to share revolve about tradition. And so basically he's talking about a 90-day program and basically asking if we could schedule a call about this possible opportunity. And then by just typing, hey, my suggestion system suggested that we should answer, hey Greg, thanks for a detailed explanation. While I appreciate the offer, I'm currently focused on strengthening my skills within my existing role at HeadStarter. I'm not actively seeking a new position at this time. I appreciate you reaching out though. So it really takes into consideration the message, my situation, and answer. And we can also just trigger a new suggestion here. Hey Greg, thanks for the explanation. I'm intrigued by the prospect of transitioning into blockchain development, which is what the user exactly asked us about. So it pinpoints specific intents of the messages and really answers it. Now, for example, you can see a different conversation. Hey, See, it considers that, hey, it's hey Chanda, and considers an answer based on that. And then, for example, if we went to one of my teammates and said, hey, you would see that the context and the tone is different, right? Because we have a less formal tone with my friend, where he's basically saying, what's the unqualified part? And I'm saying things like, for sure, and then grinding, all of that. And then you'd see that it would match the tone. For example, he would suggest that we should answer, hey, Bo, thanks for the heads up and the recommendation. I'll keep on grinding, reach out in a month or two for an update. Let's give you another example. We could be, hey, boom, gets a great answer for Andrea. Another thing that's great about this feature as well is that if we were to go and see a new conversation, the system detects that it's new conversation and it would adapt to that. So we could go, Dear Giacomo, my name is Jonathan Margiu and I'm a software engineer with Head Start. I came across your profile and was impressed by your background as an operation analyst. I'm reaching out to learn more about your experiences with then you could add the message. You could just keep on asking for all the suggestions. It will give you a suggestion every time. Then we can basically just accept the suggestions. So yeah, so to go back to my architecture, now that we've seen the demo, we can just recap what this system exactly does. It detects once we're linked in, it detects once we're on the message, it takes all the information involved and necessary to have a good conversation. So the user profile, the recipient profile, and the conversation system gives a suggestion to the user. And then the user can decide whether he wants to accept or not the suggestion. Further improvements for this project would be to add a rephrase system where a user can basically just write, Dear Giacomo, I wanted to know, and then the user could highlight this, select this, and then just create a rephrase feature, and then our system would rephrase it in a different way. That's the main thing I would do with this project to enhance it. I'm actually going to publish this project, and this project is going to go live. Um, so everyone will be able to use it. And yeah, and if you have any suggestions on how to further improve it and how to publish it and how to turn this into a business potentially, uh, don't hesitate and reach out to me and let me know if you have any suggestions. And yeah, thank you for watching this video and never hesitate in reaching out.